What's up everybody, I'm Rob and welcome back to my channel. A couple months ago I reacted to the first season of The Villain's Lair, which is a series of fan films following the stories of Disney villains, and they were trying to get revenge on the Disney heroes by stealing a device called a sundial to go back in time and change history. But towards the end, that plot was thwarted by Ursula, and a lot of you requested that I do the second season. Now I'm obviously going to start, and I did put out a poll asking whether I should do individual episodes per reaction or one or two per video, or do the full season in one video. And I know most of you voted the whole season in one video, but I looked ahead just to plan ahead, and most of the episodes are 10 to 15 minutes long, and I decided that would be a little much for one video, so that's why I decided to stick with individual videos. But anyway, the first episode, which I'm going to react to now, is titled It's Not Over Yet. In fact, it's only beginning, and no, that's not the full title, it's just Not Over Yet. But anyway, I'll read the description. The villains are back and eager to exact revenge on Ursula. With the sundial now in her possession, they form a new plan to retrieve her from her, enlisting the help of several new villains. I loved each and every villain in the first season, and the fact that we're getting even more is just really exciting. I'm also looking forward to this because the first season was a ton of fun to watch, and the production value was extremely high. And by the way, if my teeth look blue, it's because I was eating a blue popsicle earlier. Don't worry, I'm not sick with anything. But anyway, I don't want to ramble too much further, so let's get to it. Creepy castle.
Out in the dark, if you listen, you'll hear.
Here we go.
The sound of your fate as the ending draws near. It starts as a whisper and soon it will grow. A warning that weaves through the wind as it blows. Like a story half untold, like a secret to unfold. Waiting in the shadows, the hunter to prey. Like a battle just begun, when it's neither lost nor won.
Hiding in the balance as time slips away.
Watching, waiting, anticipating. Like a sun about to set, it's not over yet.
Destiny calls, something stirs from within.
A game to be played, so now let it be.
Oh yeah.
The scale makes a long way to fall. A sentence for life with no mercy at all.
Like a story half untold, like a secret to unfold.
Waiting in the shadows, the hunter to prey.
Like a battle just begun, when it's neither lost nor won.
Hanging in the balance as time slips away. Watching, waiting, anticipating.
Like a sun about to set, it's not over.
Oh yeah. Nice. That's who we're going after, Ursula. Okay, that is exactly how you should kick off a series, with an excellent musical number with each character taking a line in the song. That is just a perfect way to do it, if you ask me. And each and every one of them has an amazing singing voice, just like last season, so I think we have a pretty good idea what to expect for this season in a good way. And plus, we heard the cries a couple times where the villains themselves were distracted from them. And I know I'm getting way ahead of myself, but I was thinking, could that be an evil version of the cries that Elsa hears in Frozen 2? I don't know. Will my theory turn out to be true? Let's find out. Oh, I just realized my camera is a little too bright, so sorry about that. Anyway, let's continue.
The Sea Witch must be dealt with for the last time. Threaten me? I am a queen. I bow to no one.
Ursula mentioned a deal. Perhaps we should discuss the terms.
I have no intention of making another deal with
And this
her.
is where we left off
What
last
other
season.
option do we have? Only a direct descendant of a god can awaken the sundial's power.
Precisely. Which is why we need to make a deal with her. The longer we wait, the more danger we put ourselves in.
The Sea Witch is merely a descendant of a god. Perhaps then what we need is a god.
I've been right here the whole time. Huh?
Alas, the days when gods walked among us are long past.
Perhaps. But there was one that walked below us. The Lord of the Underworld
minute.
himself. Hades.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't he dead? Like, dead?
You know as well as any of us, we've all cheated death.
Some of us may have shed our mortal coils, but our souls were never lost, allowing us to return.
Yes. But Hades, his soul was devoured and lost to the river Styx.
I say we fish his soul out of the river like a codfish.
Perhaps a less primitive solution. There was once a king so cruel and evil that even the gods feared him. Since no prison
Who was
could
that?
hold him, he was thrown alive into a crucible of molten iron. The Black Cauldron.
The hunt for ancient relics is exactly what placed us in this precarious situation to begin with.
The Black Cauldron. Legend says its magic can return the dead. This may be our token to retrieve Hades.
I must say, this sounds promising.
Perhaps you should take a few moments to reconsider. The Black Cauldron is complex and unstable. It consumed the king who wielded it last. Now it lies lost in time. Its location shielded from the seekers of its powers.
We shall see. Magic mirror, show thy face. Reveal the cauldron's resting place.
Across the sea the cauldron lies, hidden under more of the skies. Its power sleeps but never dies. The Lord once lost within shall rise.
Morva. We must go there at once.
Once Hades is returned, perhaps he'll be inclined to repay the debt for his freedom.
A god indebted to us.
The idea has merit.
It all sounds well enough, but I'm afraid a sacrifice was made that rendered the cauldron useless.
And yet the mirror claims otherwise. Curious.
Curious indeed. Is it not the same mirror that named Snow White fairest of them all? Are we to believe that as well?
What are we waiting for? We must leave at once.
But that's the thing. They have to make another plan to enact their plan to get the cauldron to bring Hades back. And that's exactly how you extend out this story another season, by making another plan to get from A to B. And they can't rush into it, because if they did that, it'll go completely wrong. They have to make up a plan, a very precise and complex plan.
Time is running out, darling. Tick-tock, tick-tock, tick.
Please don't.
You've said nothing of the three witches who keep the cauldron well guarded.
Oh, more witches.
The witches can be a nuisance and elusive. The only way to get what you desire is to bargain with them.
I've got a bargain for them! Their lives for the cauldron!
The witches have placed a powerful spell
boy.
of protection upon their land. Apparently, some pig boy stumbled upon it. Ever since, they've been very guarded.
No need for magic. What we need is pirating. I'll sail there myself.
And what of the witches when you arrive, dear Captain? How do you intend to get past them and retrieve the cauldron?
A distraction, perhaps. What if they aren't in Morva at all? We could invite them here. Offer them a bargain. We just need to entice.
Like I said earlier, the description said that they were going to add even more Disney villains, which, again, I think is a great way to do it. And obviously, I think they're going to add Hades in the future. And the fact that they're going to add the witches guarding the cauldron, that's just brilliant.
them with something they can't resist wanting.
The mirror.
And what's that?
You'd sacrifice the mirror?
Of course not, fool.
Oh my gosh.
The mirror is precisely the bait we need. I'll send for them immediately. They dare not refuse an audience with their queen. The cauldron will be left unguarded.
A marvelous plan! Ha! It'll do me good getting back on the high seas. There is one teeny tiny problem.
Yes.
I have no ship.
There's no boat.
That blasted Peter Pan took it. If you can get me a ship, my crew and I will get you that cursed cauldron.
I believe I may have the solution to that particular obstacle. A prince arrived on a magnificent vessel only yesterday. A worthy suitor for one of my 2 daughters.
Poor devil.
What was that?
His
Oh,
name is
boy.
Prince Hans Westergaard of the Southern Isle.
He's also a captain.
I knew it.
Perhaps he can be motivated into a joint venture.
My dear, I have precisely the motivation needed for his cooperation.
It's settled then. I'll send for the Witches of Morva here for...
A party! Oh, that's marvelous. I'll get to it straight away. Food, guest list, music. Oh, it'll be the social event of the season. Let me help, darlings.
I think we've had all the help we require from you.
And I'll go in case you need some extra muscle.
I shall accompany the captain to Morva. I have no intention of leaving our fate in the hands of an imbecile, a crew of pitiful lackeys, or a traitorous furrier.
Me? Darling, you can't be serious. I've simply no time for a cruise, although I absolutely adore them.
You kept knowledge of our enemies' whereabouts from us. A punishable offense. Think of it as your penance.
You're welcome to stay. I'm sure you'll find the dungeons to your liking.
When do we leave, darlings?
She has command over wind and sea.
There is another wind coming that will sweep away her pride.
Like a story half untold, like a secret to unfold. Waiting in the shadows, the hunter to prey.
Like a battle just begun, when it's neither lost nor won. Hanging in the balance as time slips away.
Watching, waiting, anticipating. Like a sun about to set. It's not over.
Excellent harmony.
Hey everyone, it's...
That was an excellent way to kick off the 2nd season of The Villain's Lair. I mean, with the first few minutes being that excellent musical piece, that was just brilliant. And a lot of the positive aspects I had to say about the first season, I have to say again about this season so far. The listening, the acting is on point. Each actor captured their own Disney villain's personality perfectly. I mean, I felt like I was watching another live-action Disney adaptation. It was a big crossover like the Avengers. And, excuse me. And the fact that, again, they're going to add even more villains. Well, they're going to add 80s, the 3 witches, and Prince Hans. So that's 5 so far. I have a feeling they're going to add even more in the future. And I wonder how they're going to handle Hades in the future episodes, because if I remember correctly, his hair was a blue fire, so maybe they'll CGI it like they did with Scar in the last season. And that's also the brilliant... I mean, I lost my train of thought for a second, I'm sorry. I'm saying and a lot, so I'll try not to say it again. As I was trying to say, the writing so far is brilliant. To add another subplot to get, again, from point A to point B to use the sundial. And the fact that they're going to go to the other location, it slipped my mind. I didn't hear the name of it, so whenever I react to something, I have to watch it 2 or 3 times to catch everything. That's what makes it tricky. But as I was trying to say, that they have to go to the other location via sea, and some of the characters are going to go and some of the characters are going to stay. So that splits it into 2 plots that sets up the whole season, which is just brilliant writing, if you ask me. I cannot wait to see what goes on in future episodes. So, all that being said, as always, let me know in the comments what you think. Thank you for watching.